What if you could pick the brain of Mark Zuckerberg? He created Facebook and changed how billions connect. He's not just a tech genius, he's a relentless learner who turns to books to fuel his vision of the future. Today, we'll dive into Mark Zuckerberg's top 10 book recommendations. They've shaped his thinking and influenced how he builds his empire. These books tackle everything from humanity's evolution to innovation, economics, and leadership. This list will help you think bigger and lead smarter. It is for entrepreneurs, leaders, and anyone who wants to understand the world better. If you're ready to explore the ideas of a great mind, let's dive into Zuckerberg's must-read books. Book 1, Sapiens, by Yuval Noah Harari. Very few people have studied history. Everyone else was plowing fields and carrying water. Yuval Noah Harari. Zuckerberg recommended Sapiens. It gives a sweeping look at human history. This book digs deep into how we, as a species, came to dominate the planet and what our future might look like. Top 3 learnings. 1. Shared myths, like religion, money, and nations, enable large group cooperation. 2. The agricultural revolution changed not just our diets but our entire societal structure. 3. Genetic engineering and AI could hold humanity's future. They may make the next revolution even more transformative. Key takeaway. Humans are powerful. They can create and believe in shared myths. These myths unite societies. Our species' future depends on how we handle upcoming tech revolutions. Book 2, The End of Power, by Moisés Naím. Power is easier to get, but harder to use or keep. Moisés Naím. Zuckerberg added this book to his reading list. It offers a thought-provoking look at today's shifting power dynamics. Governments, big corporations, and institutions are losing control to smaller, more agile players. Top 3 learnings. 1. Power is decentralizing. It's shifting from institutions to individuals, startups, and small groups. 2. Technology is speeding up this shift. It is giving more people access to tools and information. 3. The future belongs to those who can adapt quickly to these new power dynamics. Key takeaway. The balance of power is rapidly changing. In the modern world, agility and the ability to adapt are more important than ever for staying ahead. Book 3, The Innovator's Dilemma, by Clayton Christensen. Success is not about staying the course, but about anticipating and managing disruptive innovation. Clayton Christensen. Zuckerberg values this book for its powerful lessons on innovation. The Innovator's Dilemma shows that even the best companies can fail. They must embrace disruption and adapt to new technologies. Top 3 learnings. 1. Disruptive technologies often start small, serving niche markets, but eventually overthrow established industries. 2. Established companies often fail. They focus too much on current customers and ignore new opportunities. 3. Innovation requires risk. You can't play it safe if you want to lead the future. Key takeaway. The greatest threat to successful companies is their own success. To stay ahead, you must be willing to disrupt yourself before someone else does. Book 4, Creativity Inc., by Ed Catmull. The goal is not to be perfect, but to be better than before. Ed Catmull. Zuckerberg highly recommends Creativity Inc. because it's a deep dive into how to foster creativity and build a culture of innovation. Written by the co-founder of Pixar, it's a must-read for anyone who wants to lead a creative organization. Top 3 learnings. 1. Creativity flourishes when people feel safe to make mistakes. 2. Candor is key to a strong, innovative culture. So, encourage open, honest feedback at all levels. 3. Successful organizations thrive on risk-taking and experimentation. Don't fear failure. Key takeaway. To build a successful creative team, accept failure and encourage experimentation. The best ideas come from a culture of trust and openness. Book 5. Portfolios of the Poor, by Daryl Collins, Jonathan Morduch, Stuart Rutherford, Orlanda, Ruthven. Understanding how the poor manage their money is the first step to making a real difference. Daryl Collins. Zuckerberg recommended this book. It offers a new view of the world's poorest people's finances. It challenges old ideas about poverty. It shows that even the poor manage money in complex, strategic ways. Top 3 learnings. 1. The poor often use sophisticated financial strategies to manage uncertainty and risk. 2. Financial inclusion, like access to microloans, can help break the cycle of poverty. 3. Understanding how the poor save, borrow, and invest is key to designing better systems to lift them out of poverty. Takeaway. To fight global poverty, we must understand the poor's complex financial systems. We should then improve them to create better solutions. Book 6, The Structure of Scientific Revolutions, by Thomas Kuhn. The progression of science is not a steady march towards truth, but a series of disruptive shifts. Thomas Kuhn. This is one of Zuckerberg's top intellectual reads because it explains how scientific progress happens through paradigm shifts rather than gradual improvements. It's a game-changing idea for anyone interested in innovation. Top 3 learnings. 1. Scientific revolutions happen when old paradigms are overthrown by new ways of thinking. 2. Disruption is often met with resistance, but it's necessary for progress. 3. Innovators who introduce new paradigms are often initially misunderstood or rejected. Key takeaway. True breakthroughs come not from incremental improvements, but from completely changing the way we look at a problem. The biggest innovations come when we challenge the status quo. 7. Gang Leader for a Day by Sudhir Venkatesh. To understand the lives of others, you have to walk in their shoes, or in this case, their streets. Sudhir Venkatesh. Zuckerberg found Gang Leader for a Day fascinating because it offers a gritty, real-life look into life inside a gang. It's an eye-opener for understanding how people survive in extreme poverty and violence. Top 3 learnings. 1. People in marginalized communities often create their own systems of power and economics. 2. To understand people, you have to immerse yourself in their world. There's no substitute for first-hand experience. 3. The choices people make are often rational, given their circumstances, even if they seem strange from the outside. Key takeaway. True understanding comes from stepping into other people's worlds. This book sheds light on the complex social systems that emerge in extreme poverty and violence. Book 8. Dealing with China by Henry M. Paulson, Jr. The key to understanding China is understanding its complexity. Henry M. Paulson, Jr. Zuckerberg picked this book because it offers invaluable insights into how to navigate one of the world's most powerful nations. As China continues to rise, understanding its political and economic systems is more important than ever. Top 3 learnings. 1. China's rise is one of the most significant shifts in global power dynamics. 2. Successful relationships with China require understanding its unique political structure. 3. Collaboration and competition with China will shape the future of global economics and technology. Key takeaway. To succeed in the 21st century, businesses and governments alike must understand China's complexities and how to effectively engage with it. Book 9. World Order by Henry Kissinger. History is a tale of attempts to define order and efforts to undo it. Henry Kissinger. Zuckerberg recommends this book for its in-depth look at global geopolitics. World Order explores how nations have attempted to create and maintain order throughout history and how those efforts often lead to conflict. Top 3 learnings. 1. Global stability depends on nations understanding each other's values and goals. 2. History repeats itself. The same patterns of power struggles and alliances are seen over and over. 3. Diplomacy and negotiation are critical for maintaining peace in an increasingly interconnected world. Key takeaway. To maintain global order, we must learn history. We must use that knowledge to navigate future conflicts and alliances. Book 10. On Immunity by Eula Biss. Immunity is a shared space, a concept that doesn't just belong to one person. Eula Biss. Zuckerberg recommended this book at a time when public health has never been more relevant. On Immunity explores the social and scientific history of vaccines and how immunity is something we all share. Top 3 learnings. 1. Immunity isn't just about personal protection. It's about protecting the community. 2. Fear and misinformation around vaccines can be as dangerous as the diseases they prevent. 3. Public health requires collective action to protect the most vulnerable members of society. Key takeaway. Health isn't just an individual issue, it's a societal one. We must know the science and history of immunity. It is vital for public health in a connected world. And there you have it, Mark Zuckerberg's top 10 book recommendations. If you love this video, please like and subscribe. Also, join the Book Bites Club for more great book tips. Keep reading, keep learning, and let's keep growing.